Good evening, everyone. Week 4 of the regular season usually means Rivalry Week Part 1. And we're going to start with a rivalry game tonight. Escanaba, trying to bounce back and get some wins in the column, goes to Marquette to take on the Redmonds. Let's go to William Hart Stadium. We will pick up the action in quarter number 1. Alex Sherbino is going to get a handoff and into the end zone. And Marquette missed the extra point, 6-0 lead. Next for Escanaba, David Fallish zings one over the middle. John Rapette makes the catch, and he would get down near the Marquette 5-yard line. A short time later, Fallish would score, thanks in part to Daniel LaPalme pulling him over the goal line. Shh, I didn't say anything. 7-6 Escanaba. Then Marquette would come back. Brett Place, new quarterback, called up from the JV to Ryan Frazier inside the Eskimos 5. We go to quarter number 2. Place keeps, fouls his blockers nicely, keeps the feet moving. That's a touchdown. 2-point, no good. 12-7 Marquette. First play after the kickoff. The fake, and Fallish is going to keep running for a while. He's going to be good for 76 yards and a touchdown. Rapette with the final block right there. Escanaba made good on the 2-point pass, so it's 15-12. Alex Sherbino scored a touchdown. Marquette led 19-15. Then Fallish up top to Cameron Beversluis, 16 yards and a touchdown. Sherbino kicked the 45-yard field goal, tied at the half, 22, but Escanaba goes on to win 31-22. Let's go to Kingsford, where the undefeated Flivers were taking on the undefeated Red Raiders of La Crosse Central. First quarter, good start for the Maize and Blue. Well, especially when you give the ball to Reed Larson, and he's going to find a path along the sideline, and that is good for a touchdown around 40 yards and a 7-0 lead. 48 yards, it looks like, if I get peeked at the scoreboard correctly. The Fliver fans, though, not happy for long. Aaron Kloss will get the ball. Our cameraman is going to get a small bit of earthquake there, but he finds him again just in time for the touchdown, and we're tied at 7. Kingsford trying to settle down with a timeout, but the Red Raiders would keep right on going. Clay Gale follows his blockers nicely and will cut back in on the sideline to get a few more. That's what you call a nice run for a first down. That sets up Kloss from a yard out, and La Crosse Central would keep right on going and get the victory by the count of 36-14. Scoreboard visit number 1. Menominee remains undefeated at 4-0. Menominee travels to Kingsford next week. The Maroons beat Gladstone 47-6. Calumet on the board now with a victory, 28-15 over the Houghton Gremlins. Lance is 4-0. The Purple Hornets get past Hancock 36-26. West Iron County bounces back nicely, 55-12 over Ironwood. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gwinn Model Towners are off the schneid. Owen Devote 148 yards and 1 touchdown. Gwinn, the first victory in quite a while, more than a season, 42-10 over Barriga. Manistee 36-13 over Norway. Kenner Breuer over 200 yards of offense for the Emeralds. Speaking of the Mid-Peninsula Conference, rivalry game, Ishpeming at Westwood. Pick up the first in the first quarter, 4th and 12 on the Ishpeming 28. Westwood quarterback Nate Klisch is looking for Francois Montbron in the back of the end zone, but it would be, and it looked like he caught it for a while, but it was defended by Noah Ogren and too far out, so Ishpeming gets going. Second play of the drive, Alex Briones, 33 yards, and Tyrus Millimaki, 2 plays, 72 yards, 2-point conversion. Good, 8-0 Hematites. Still in the second quarter now, Briones will go to R.J. Poirier. He thinks he scored a touchdown. The official says otherwise, but that set up a Briones TD sneak, and it's 16-0 Ishpeming. After recovering a fumbled punt, 4th and 14 on the Ishpeming 16, but there's Millimaki again. He gave up a lot of inches to Scott Olson on that pass, but he defended it very well, and Ishpeming is now 4-0 with a 38-8 win over the Patriots. Homecoming for the Iron Mountain Mountaineers as they take on the Negaunee Miners, and we will pick up the action in the second quarter. Tanner Uren, Brock Weaver takes a couple tries at it before he secures it, and Negaunee has a 14-6 lead, and the Miners fans liked what they were seeing, and they would see more. Dustin Goupel, the handoff, shreds an arm tackle, scores, and the Miners get the 2-point conversion. It's 22-6 Negaunee. Mountaineers trying to get pumped up for the second half, but Negaunee's defense would say, hey, I don't think so. This pass is going to be picked by Adam Francis, and that would get Negaunee going toward the goal line again. This time, Uren slings one to Zane Radloff. And that would end the third quarter. He had 1 foot in bounds. That's all you need in high school ball. Uren connects with Brock Weaver again in the fourth, and Negaunee spoils the homecoming, getting a big victory, 28-6. The Miners now are also 4-0. Meanwhile, we sneak into our back pocket, College City and Traverse City Station to get St. Ignace and Indian River Inland Lakes. Tyler Snyder, Joe Ostman, and he will go into the end zone, and the Saints are off and running in more ways than one. Then Inland Lakes is forced to punt. Joe Kraus is going to make a nice catch with one hand, with a little bit of help. It goes forward about 5 yards and then cuts to a 45-degree angle to his right. Yeah, see you later. 65 yards for the touchdown. St. Ignace would score early, they would score often, and they score a lot. They get the victory in this one by the count of 58-6. Nice little misdirection run to get another touchdown. Back to the scoreboard. The Axe, A-X-E, goes to Newberry. The Indians defeat Munising 29-12. It was Pickford over Rogers City 48-25. Pelston takes care of Rudyard 31-8. And the Battle of the Sioux will take place tomorrow in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Also in high school football, the Gogebic Miners, a big victory tonight, 39-12 over Lakeland and Hubble. Eric Lane and Caleb Winkler combined for a huge night, 337 yards and 4 touchdowns. Northland Pines, yeah, Austin Ramish is pretty good, 32 carries, 225 yards and 2 scores, and the Pines beat Hurley 45-6. Speaking of offense, North Dickinson's Ken Pekarik had 3 touchdown passes and returned an interception for a score. North Dickinson 55, Stevenson 30, and North Central defeats Bark River Harris 26-6. 8-man football. Let's go to Rapid River in purple, hosting the Brimley Bays, and Eli Orth actually running south here. 2 yards out, and it's 8-0 Rockets. Still in the first, it's Orth. He's still running south, but he's still doing pretty good, or pretty well for that matter. 57 yards as he cuts back, and that would make it 14-2 Rapid River. Start of the second quarter. Here's the play of the game. Jake Pearson, that one gets past him a little bit. Okay, so we'll treat it like a punt return. Okay, around 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 7th one somewhere. There's got to be an 8th one on the field eventually. Doesn't matter. He goes in. Yeah, I think it's only credited for about a 7-yard touchdown. 42-6, Rapid River. Hop in the car. Let's go to St. Nicholas, home of the Mid-Peninsula Wolverines, taking on Superior Central. Superior Central in white. Third quarter. Handoff goes to Colton Gauthier right in front of us, and he is going to make a cut, and that's good for 35 yards and a touchdown. And the Cougars were cruising and cruising and cruising some more. Mid-Penn having trouble getting the offense going. Brett Brandstrom drops back, didn't take the sack, and he threw it to Dan Stewart. Yeah, he's wearing a white shirt, and he is going to find a convoy, and that's good for 80 yards and a touchdown. Then Superior Central would accidentally recover an onside kick. That would, well, it wasn't an onside kick. It just hit a lineman and he didn't catch it. Then Blake Tinner went 65 yards for the touchdown. The Cougars are undefeated as well. So is Rapid River, 52-0 over Mid-Peninsula. Engadine had to make a trip to Detour tonight to play Cedarville, and a longer trip meant a longer trip back home. 54-6 Trojans. Uintral Creek and Posen will play tomorrow, and we will be right back. Let's go to girls high school tennis. Munising made the trip to Westwood today to take on the Patriots. We will pick up the action with first singles, and that one went fast, didn't it? Sarah Massey scores on the forehand for the Patriots. She's taking on Jenna Hawk of the Mustangs, and Massey would be in control here, as she will also get this next point as that one goes long, and Westwood goes on to win 6-2 in the team score. To the scoreboard in GLIAC women's tennis, Ohio Dominican over Michigan Tech 6-3. Lake Superior State drops a close one to Tiffin 5-4. GLIAC women's soccer, Tech a 2-1 victory in overtime over Lake Erie. Katie Boardman the game winner. Notre Dame of Ohio defeats NMU 2-0. Boys high school soccer, Marquette gets another victory 4-0 over Charlevoix. In high school volleyball, yes, they actually played a doubleheader at Hannahville, and Maplewood Baptist won both 3-0 and 3-2. Phelps, Wisconsin also defeated Watersmeet 3-2. GLIAC volleyball, NMU plays 5 sets again, wins 15-13 in the 5th. Good enough, 3-2 over Saginaw Valley. Lina Lopes 18 kills, 14 digs. Tech over Lake Superior State 3-1. Shelby Jones 12 kills, 10 digs. Hancock's Jordana Carroll had 11 kills.